that, you know, earlier on in the show we were talking about guys. And, you know, whenever we have girls on the table, people think we have a biased opinion on certain things. But she's seasoned, you know, she can school us a little bit.
Yeah.
Earlier on we were talking about the girls that move into guys' houses and they don't have a ring on it. Did you date a lot, like back in the day? And what do you think about girls who leave a comb, toothbrush, things like that? Girls who move into guys' houses before getting married.
I think today's generation, I thought the guys were moving into the girls' house.
Whoa!
Boom. I
mean, the girls are moving ahead and more independent.
Do you remember that guy?
No, you remember? I told you guys. The guy actually, he started leaving stuff at my house. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, rule number 1: if you have a home, do not allow the guy to spend the night in your home. Okay, do not.
Okay.
You have to spend the night in his home.
In his home.
All right? Because then you learn a lot about him.
Yeah.
All right? I mean, you know, the thing is, if the guy comes to your house today, then you know that tomorrow he's going to somebody else's house. So this is going to be a guy that's comfortable going to girls' houses. All right? So once you move into his house, then you're actually setting your footprints.
Yeah.
And of course, leave a few things in there.
I like
you leave a few things.
No, hold on. I gotta ask. I want to ask because I'm in the transition of this. Let me ask. You know the one thing that
your questions are always so personal.
They're not personal.
Ella's in counseling.
Ella's not personal right now. But it's personal.
You know, Ella's a great name.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
The thing is, I used to actually be comfortable staying with a guy. But the problem is when the relationship breaks up, lived with someone for 7 years, and I had to leave with my stuff.
Okay, I mean, you're lucky you had to live with your stuff. Most times they take your stuff and throw it away.
Yeah.
If you live in a bad way. The thing is, I think you shouldn't have, you know, marriage is beautiful.
Yes.
All right? And I think every girl deserves to have the fairy tale marriage. And, you know, I keep saying, you know, I mean, the Christianity teaches us that we have to wait and then get married. I think in today's generation, right, you need to know the character of the man. All right, and you need to know him well. Our parents don't talk to us about sex.
Yes.
They don't talk to us about, even in a relationship, good sex and bad sex. All right, and there's a lot of good and bad sex as well. So what you have to
bad
do,
sex, as in
right? And the thing is, you don't want to just marry a guy and you don't know him.
And then you hate yourself
right?
for making that
so,
vow.
so I think you have to go through a lengthy dating period.
Yeah.
All right.
What's lengthy enough? Like,
I think for you to know a guy really, really well, and then there's people who've been married to, you see them on Oprah and Jerry Springer, who say, oh, excuse me, I've been married to him for 40 years. I didn't know he was gay. All right. Or I didn't know that he had another life. You know, so I think you never really know someone.
Yeah.
You don't even know yourself. By the way, sometimes you look at your life and you don't know who you are. You say, oh my goodness, I didn't know this about me.
Yeah.
So 6 months to a year. And then after that, you know, if your biological clock is ticking and you want to have a baby, it's good to have a baby within an agreement. Though I remember when I was in my 30s, there was something called contract marriages that were going on in France.
Yeah.
Where people were making a contract and having a child and agreeing on everything to do with the child. The times are changing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I look at my daughter and I look at my son, and I mean, I want them to I don't want my son to be polygamous like his father. I want him to have one wife, you know, but it might not happen. He might just pick the bad habits and continue in that direction. I want my daughter to have a man that will treasure her and love her, and not to have to experience divorce or breakups and heartbreaks. Yeah. But at 21, she's already getting heartbroken.
These men. I'm so tired of them.
No, the thing is, I think, you know, and I keep asking myself, we raise the men.
Yeah.
We now, I'm talking about your mums,
Yes.
okay, your grandmoms.
Yeah.
We've raised these men. So what has changed them? I think we need, take your men quickly to church.
Yes. Like to actual church, or take them to church, like school them?
No, let me tell you, when a man knows God and he fears God, then he never plays God. All right?
That's one thing I like about her. By the way, nobody knows this. I researched and I got to know that you're a believer. Like you believe so much in God. I was trying to research what kind of music you like, and I realized you like Don Moen,
Chris Tomlin.
Yes,
Nice.
like such a believer.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, I'm also there's quite a few Mercy, the Kenyan lady.
Yes.
She's very good, and then
Mercy
there's
Masika.
Esther Wahome. We've got a lot of Kenyan artists as well, but sadly, I worship in English. You know, when I talk to God, I don't pray in Swahili, so it makes, worship takes you.
Easier for you.
Worship takes you into prayer.
That is so real.
Yeah.
Like, that is so real.
I feel the struggle because they keep making fun of me because I